Hey y'all, it's American Mom. We are doing episode 2 of season 5 right now. Before I do a quick recap, thank y'all for your comments and support in my husband's song that he created for me. We are still fine tuning it. I think it needs to be a little bit longer at the beginning of an intro, and then the ending needs to be a little bit shorter. So he's out of town this week. He travels with his job. So we're just going to deal with what we have right now, which I still think is awesome. We just need to shorten like the ending. But we'll do that. He'll be home Friday, but probably sometime over the weekend he'll tinker with it. And then next week it'll be good to go. Okay. And then 2, I'm not going to write notes. Like, I try and jot names or a place that we're at or something while I'm watching it. And I've noticed watching back, I'm looking down and then I'm looking up. That's what I'm doing is I'm just jotting stuff down and then I put it in my notebook later. I'll just do this during the editing part. That way it's not, because it's frustrating me. I'm like, Michelle, look up. I'm looking at the screen and I'm like, I know you're writing something, but look up. So I'll just wait. I'll just listen. And I won't forget anybody's name, like Mance, and call him Manus. Y'all weren't supposed to catch that, okay? I probably did think that, I've heard of Stannis the Manus, and I probably did just think they were saying Manus. I don't know. The accents throw me off just as much as my accent would throw somebody else off. They'd be like, that's not how you say that, it's just, when they were saying Mance, it just sounds like Manus, I don't know. So I'm not gonna bother with notes and stuff from here on out, but I'll put them in my book later. Okay, recap. We saw a witch give Cersei her future, and I'm gonna put my real reaction in the deleted scenes video, which I'm going to rename, thanks to one of my subscribers suggested I call it the missing scenes video. That sounds better. So I'm going to rename that, and I am going to put my reaction in there. Because I say, when she's little, and I'm like, gosh, she's just bitchy like a young Cersei. I do. I'll show it. But I saw a lot of y'all's, winks and you believe me. So we saw her future and the 3 kids with crowns of gold. The hair, got it. I see now why every younger woman, Marjorie, Sansa, is a threat to her. Makes sense now. There is someone in a mask, a gold-looking freaky mask that is killing the Unsullied, and Dany needs to get to the bottom of that. And she needs to get to, she needs to find Drogon. She needs to find the big one. He's still missing. And then Bree was so close to Sansa. I hate that. I don't know who's going to reunite first. I really don't. I'm not even going to guess anymore. Tyrion is in Pentos with Varys, and y'all mentioned the connection that they both know someone from there. That's why they're there, a trusted friend or something. I didn't write it down, but I read the comments. So they're there. Tyrion needs to get his shit together. Stop being sorry for himself. Stop drinking all the time. Get your head on straight and, do what you do, Tyrion. Knock it off. You did what you did. Get over it. I love Tyrion. And I love his new highlights. I think that when he was in that box, I don't know how long they were at sea, but I just feel like, in my mind, I'm a hairstylist. I cut my own hair. I color my own hair. I've done it for 10, 11 years now. I only work part-time right now, but I feel like the sun came through them holes. It's just really good really good points and just gave him a really full coverage look. It was just fantastic. I just think that's what happened. Okay, let's just get started on this episode 2, okay? Let's do this.
Fala Mogulis. Jack and Hagar gave me this.
No one here by that name.
Please. I crossed the narrow sea. I have nowhere else to go.
You have everywhere else to go.
But wait!
Your ride left. Don't you throw that. What did I just say? She never listens to me.
Before we left, a maester gave you a raven scroll.
Are they in the freaking same place?
You are becoming an observant young lady.
My mother used to say, dark things, dark words.
My lady. What is
What's
it?
gonna happen?
Sansa Stark. Don't look. You sure? She's dyed her hair, but it's her. She's sitting with Peter Baelish.
Littlefinger?
A bunch of knights with him.
Bunch was a bunch, Podrick. 620?
10, I think. Too many.
There she goes.
Lady Sansa, before your mother's death, I was her sworn sword. I gave my word I would find you and protect you. I will shield your back and keep your counsel, and give my life for yours if need be. I swear it by the old gods and the new.
This woman swore to protect Renly. She failed. She swore to protect your mother. She failed. Why would I want somebody with your history of failure guarding Lady Sansa?
Why should you have any say in her affairs?
Because I am her uncle. I married her Aunt Lysa shortly before my beloved's untimely death. We're family now, and you are an outsider. Forgive me, Lady Brienne, but experience has made me wary of outsiders.
Well, that went to shit quick.
Guess that means you're unarmed.
Don't kill him. Oh, more. You got this. Oh.
Podrick,
Yes, my lady.
you can stand now.
Yes, my lady.
He's probably shit himself. Okay.
Sansa Stark.
Wary of strangers as you should be. I saw her riding on the East Road with Littlefinger.
Is there anything else, Your Grace?
You're going to Dorne. A one-handed man. Alone.
I never said I was going alone.
You just said not with an army.
How is this good for me?
Because you're going to come with me and help me with something important. And when we return, I'm going to give you a much better girl and a much better castle.
But we do not mutilate little girls for vengeance. Not here. Not while I rule.
And how long would that be?
Uh-oh. You better sleep with one eye open. Keep him nearby.
Forgotten how to hide.
You go find a mask? Yep.
Family.
We do not know what this man did or didn't do. Give him a trial, at least. A fair trial. Show all the citizens of Marine that you are better than those who would depose you. Teach them a better way.
I will not have the son of the Harpy executed without a fair trial.
People follow leaders, and they will never follow us. They find us repulsive.
I find us repulsive.
And we find them repulsive, which is why we surround ourselves with large, comfortable boxes to keep them away.
Let's go for a walk.
No.
How many dwarves are there in the world? Is Cersei going to kill them all?
Not him.
I don't doubt it, Your Grace. But I'm a brother of the Night's Watch. I pledge them my life, my honor, my sword. I don't know what I have left to give you.
You can give me the North.
I can't. Even if I wanted to, I'm a bastard. The snow.
Kneel before me. Lay your sword at my feet. Pledge me your service and you'll rise again as Jon Stark, Lord of Winterfell.
You can do that?
I'll make you a Stark with the stroke of a pen. It's the first thing I ever remember wanting.
You can do that?
A daydream that my father would ask the king. And just like that, I would never be the bastard of Winterfell again.
You deserve this. You do. I couldn't be happier for you.
I'm gonna refuse him.
Mr. Raymond.
Samuel Tarly, go on.
Okay.
Sam the Slayer. Another wildling lover, just like his friend Jon Snow. How's your lady love, Slayer?
How was hiding in the
name is
pantry?
Gilly. Brother Slint knows her quite well. They cowered together in the larder during the battle for the wall.
Yeah.
Lies!
A wildling girl, a baby, and Lord Jack. I found him there after the battle was over, in a puddle of his own making. Whilst Lord Janis was hiding with the women and children, Jon Snow was leading. Sir Alistair fought bravely, it is true.
Yeah.
When he was wounded, it was Jon who saved us. He took charge of the wall's defense. He killed the Magna of the Thanes. He went north to deal with Mance Rayder, knowing it almost certainly meant his own death. Before that, he led the mission to avenge Lord Commander Mormont. Mormont himself chose Jon to be his steward. He saw something in Jon, and now we've all seen it too. He may be young, but he's the commander we turned to when the night was darkest.
Accept the nomination. Oh, that looks even.
Appears to be a tie, Maester.
Who are you? Why were they scared of you?
You lost this.
The original. Jaqen.
You said there was no Jack and Hagar here.
There isn't. A man is not Jack and Hagar.
Well, who are you then?
No one. And that is who a girl must become.
Misa, Godlo, Ingelere.
I thought he was doing the right thing, Danny.
Con Issa.
Yeah. They're all saying mercy. So now, legal calls and uproar. I think she's gonna change her mind. Is it the big one? He's back. Have you been a bad boy?
Drogon.
Drogon. Have you been? touch him. It was just a bad day for her. I feel like Dany is losing her pull. I said in another episode, like, I don't want her to get too greedy. I know she's freeing slaves. I know she has a city now and she's doing what she thinks is right. I don't like what she did to the guy that killed the masked man. I mean, that's what she wanted to do to begin with. They talked her into a trial, which was okay. Like, maybe get some more information out of him or whatever. But then they found him, and he took it upon himself to kill him. So she's just like, well, then you'll be killed. I mean, discipline him. Give him the rule book on what to do and what not to do. I just feel like she jumps to conclusions so much, and it's usually in death. I thought as soon as they were yelling mercy, and she understands what they're saying, I thought she'd stop. I'm always thinking, like, positively, right? When will I learn? I don't know. I don't think I will. She just looked at him and nodded her head like, just still do it. I don't know. Is it because she won't go back on something that she said? Like, she's already put the order out and she's going to make him an example? She was going to do that with the masked man. The other guy did it for her. Just, okay, that's there. That's done. Don't anybody else do this, or this will be you. Like, I'll get off that topic, but I didn't like that. And they all started hissing at her. And then they all went like that, and she had to get out of there. Drogon, I might say Drogon, but it's Drogon, appeared, and I was like, oh, he's going to cheer her up. Like, he returned. She was trying to pet him. He was sniffing her. She didn't even get to touch him, and he flew away again. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be gone for a long time, or I think she's had a bad day. Things are crumbling for Dany, from what I can see. I just want to say something. This is really harder. And as it goes on, I thought it would get a little easier. But there's so many, like, points of view, okay? Y'all have read the books. Y'all have seen this more than once. And I know when I've seen it 2 or 3 times and I see people react to it, I'll be like, obviously you need to, because I just want to say, I feel very cheated. I'm not being serious. Y'all should know my sarcasm by now. But I sort of feel cheated that I don't have somebody sitting here beside me with a notebook for me. And, like, when the episode's done, we get to have, like, a little Q&A. It's quiz time for Michelle. Other reactors get to do that. On Merrick Productions, Ollie answers Marco's questions, and he says, what did you think about that? And then he'll correct him if he needs to without spoiling anything. Brian does it for Joey on Y'all know what I'm talking about. I've been watching from the beginning Joey's reaction to it, but they correct him, they fill in, they answer his questions, along the line. And he's all caught up. Like, on an episode I was stuck with, I was like, who's that? What's that going on? Like, he's already got it. So I'm jealous of that. Who else? You've been helping Stefano. You see what I mean? See how I can have, like, a little bit of Self-pity. I'm having a Tyrion moment right now. I'm having a Tyrion moment. Why couldn't I have somebody help me? Now, y'all give me great insight and correct me in your comments and stuff. And the DST, they help me too, because sometimes they have to, if it's a spoiler, they have to delete what you've said, but they'll kind of reword it, or they kind of explain things to me. And I am gonna sit down really soon and do the history and lore, because that will explain more things for me. I get that, I know. But when I've gone back to like watch other people's episodes, like I've finished episode 2 now, and I'll delete it and stuff. And sometime tonight I'll get in bed and I'll pull out my laptop and I'll watch those 3 reactors. Jimmy Macram, of course. He's done it on his own too. You can look. I mean, you can see, like, we both are confused at times. But I'll go back and see, did they pick up on something I didn't? Like, I'll watch the reactions after I've done mine. But, yeah, I'm like, that's not fair. Poor Michelle. She's drinking wine, feeling sorry for herself. But that's okay. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't stay up tonight worrying about it. Please don't lose any sleep. Ooh, Jon Snow. He said he wouldn't take the Stark name. Sam was like, yeah, like, you could be a Stark. Why not? Maybe he will. Maybe now that he's going to be the commander. It was tight. I was like, oh God, this is going to be like a battle. Him and Alistair. I wouldn't have minded seeing that. A trial by combat, not to the death, but to see who was commander. I think Jon would have won. I don't know. But I think Jon would have won. But no, the Maester, he had the final say, and that was a good moment. That was good. He's going to be a great commander. Now we just got to make sure that nobody's trying to like overthrow him. I don't know what's going to happen at the wall. Alistair's pissed. It's too bad. Gilly's learning to read. I forget the little girl's name. It's something pretty simple. Was it Simone? But Gilly had some sisters with this Greystone issue, but Stannis and them, they found a cure for hers, which I would not doubt that Melisandre had something to do with that. She probably stopped it. I don't know. But anyway, hers was cured and is still there, but her sister, she said it was from head to toe, and they weren't acting human. So I wonder if they really turned into like looking like human lizards or something. That's bad. And I'm sure it was painful. So anyway. Oh, Tyrion was right. Cersei is gonna have every dwarf killed. And their heads brought back to her until she says, yep, that one's him. Okay. Something's got to happen there. As soon as I said, like when Jamie was like, I'm going to Dorne. I'm going to get our daughter. I'm not taking an army, but I'm not going alone. Immediately Bree pops into my head because of their moment. Their last season was great for that, a lot. And he's redeemed himself. He's still in my good graces. I immediately thought of her, but I did know that she's still on the road with Podrick, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I'm thinking to myself, who would he trust? Who's he gonna take? Like, and then all of a sudden, the next scene, there's Bronn with his betrothed, and she's talking his ear off, and I was like, of course, Bronn. Yeah. So they're gonna go to Dorne, and what's her name? Oberyn's lover. She doesn't like the air that Marcella is even breathing. So I hope he gets there in time, and that she doesn't do anything, because she's pretty pissed about the whole situation. So Bree and Pod are in this place eating again. And then it shows Littlefinger and Sansa eating. And I'm like, wait a minute. We didn't switch whole scenes here. Like, this looks like the same place. And I'm thinking, another close moment. But then Podrick noticed him. And I was like, is this going to happen? Didn't quite turn out the way I thought. Because Littlefinger has a way with words, doesn't he? Well, you failed Renly. You failed her mother. Why should we let her be with you? And I just thought, damn it. Yeah. But she caught back up with Podrick. They got away. And they are going to follow on the East Road, I think she said. She's going to at least keep her eye on her. And she told Podrick, would you trust Littlefinger? And he was like, no. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. Oh, we saw Arya. Arya's in Bravos, and nobody was going to answer the front door, but then the black man did. First, I thought he couldn't hear. He just stared at her while she was talking, and I thought, he can't hear you. And then he answered her and said, there's no one by that name here to shut the door. And I thought, well, he's hiding something. It was him the whole time, but I'm sorry. He is not Jaqen anymore. He is nobody or no one. So I have to mention this. Somebody mentioned in the comment section, I was reading it yesterday, last night, and I answered a couple of y'all. I was asked if I was an Unsullied, what name would I choose? And I thought about it, and I was like, what exactly are vermin? They're not just rats and worms and like, ugh. So I looked up, and they're anything that carry a disease, right? So it's anything that carries a disease. It could be a fly, it could be a mosquito, it could be a rabbit, a raccoon. But anyway, my name would be Pink Mosquito. Mosquitoes carry diseases. But I have to have a little twist on that. I chose Pink Mosquito like Moscato, which is a sweet wine. Pink Moscato, y'all ever heard of Pink Moscato? It's really good. It's more of a dessert wine. I don't keep Moscato here at the house, but if we're somewhere and we're having dessert, or I feel like having a little something sweet, a good regular Moscato or a Pink Moscato hits the spot. That's like really, really sweet, like a little liquid dessert. So that would be my name, Pink Mosquito, like Pink Moscato. Might have been just funny to me. It's okay. And until the next video, though, and until the next time,